right, so it's Motion and Success, and we're here with a podcast alumni. We're here with Miss Naya Bull. Listen, first of all, we got to ask you, how was your experience like being on a podcast?
First of all, I think y'all pod was maybe my second pod, and I was super nervous, but y'all made me feel so comfortable. Like I was just having a conversation, and the questions were very engaging, so it was great.
As a business owner that's very successful within your business, you coach people, you help entrepreneurs, go out and start making money within their business. How important is podcasting for a business model like yours that you're growing right now?
It's essentially promotion for me, right? It's a way for me to get my message out to the masses, to multiple people at one time. And so then also leveraging your audience too. I think that was a huge incentive because I don't have a huge following, right? And so
how much did you have, by the way?
I when I first did my first pod with you guys, I think I was at about 400 followers. I'm now well over 2,000. So
nice.
That just, it's just the growth over time.
Would you recommend any coaches or entrepreneurs, like, why would you advise them, like, it's important to have podcasting in their business model?
I think one of the things that makes people buy from you is when they know, like, and trust you. And I feel like the way that you guys position your questions enables my audience, your audience, every audience to get to know me on a more personal level. And I think that that's what you guys did for me.
So now when it comes to podcasting, after our podcast aired, for us, we had 1 full hour podcast that allowed you to have about 4 to 5 clips. Probably a little bit more.
No, I had more than 4 to 5 clips.
Exactly.
My clips were crazy. Yeah, and I think that what made me have so much content after our episode was how engaging your questions were. Y'all went to work. Y'all went to school. Y'all figured out who I was. We weren't just sitting here having a general conversation. I could tell that you guys actually did the work. And so that's what made me have so much content.
Okay. And then you did have one good problem after the podcast aired. Tell the people a little bit about that problem that you had.
It was overwhelming. The amount of people that were reaching out to me, the amount of leads that I received, I couldn't even handle them on my own. So I had to start having people help me to engage with people and connect with people because before that, I didn't have anybody to connect to.
How important is marketing towards your business model to be able to start growing and finding more clients in life? Without
marketing your business, it can't really go far because people don't know who you are and what you do. And I feel like that's what you guys has enabled me to do. Getting people to understand what I do. You guys were like pulling it out from me because when you're a business owner, you typically go by your day doing what you do all the time because it's just second nature to you. It's natural. But when you guys kind of broke it down and helped to pull it out of me, that helped other people learn what I do. And that's essentially marketing. And so now everybody know who the legacy builder is. They know what to do. Yeah. They know what I do.
Okay.
And lastly, I know you said that you're starting your own podcast coming soon. What would you say to anybody that's on the fence of starting or incorporating podcasting into the marketing side of your business?
Storytelling is so important. And like I said, getting individuals to know who you are, know what your product is, and know how your product can help them is critical. And when you're podcasting, this enables you to speak about what your business is, how it works, what it does. And this in turn helps other people recognize that they can use your business as well.
Question, out of curiosity, have you ever made a large buying decision and before that, you consumed a lot of content? Let's say, for example, like a high-level program or something like that. As a person that invests into yourself often, like, have you ever sat there and watched, like, what's some of the things that you usually do before you go ahead and buy into somebody's offer, whether it's a $5,000 program?
Of course, you're going to binge watch their content. Like the moment somebody has an offer, you want to check for credibility. And I feel like that was one of the things that you guys helped me to present my credibility. I do this every single day. I've been investing in real estate for over 25 years. I know what I'm doing, but I wasn't always presenting it right in a way that, was a way that people could understand what I was doing. So always when I'm going to make a purchase, I'm going to binge watch that person's content. And I believe you guys helped me to be able to have content that people could come and watch.
So what would you tell people that are out there right now? They're struggling with content. They're struggling with getting traffic. They have, webinars, challenges. They have all kinds of things and they don't have any leads. Like, what's one last piece of advice you give them?
I mean, they're going to do it anyway. You're doing the work anyway. You're telling the stories anyway. You're already in business. You might as well tell it to the masses because ultimately, if people don't know what you're doing, you're not going to get leads and it's going to be impossible for you to scale your business.